What's up, you guys? I'm here to talk to you guys about faith. Real quick message, hopefully. I always say it's gonna be quick. They didn't end up being like 30 minutes long. But true faith will take you further than any amount of money can take you, any credit score, any worldly qualifications that they tell you need this, that, and that to qualify for this house, this car, for this job or whatever. It's bogus. It's bogus. When you truly, this is why it's so important to believe in God and have faith in God. And when he give you a vision and when he make you a promise, that you hold on to the promise no matter what is going on in your life, no matter what it looks like, because it will surely come to pass. It will surely come to pass. But God will send you into the pit just to show you that all you truly need is him. Because when it's favor over your life, when he tells a person, hey, you need to give this person a home, you need to give this person a car, give my faithful servant, give my daughter, give my son, give them this, because I said so. Yeah, they don't got the qualifications. Like, I'm telling you, I'm in disbelief sometimes. And that's why it's like I no longer, I mean, of course I worry. But it's like, for what, Tania? For what? Like, throughout this whole spiritual journey, since you've been to Texas, look what God has done for you. And that's why I just say this video, because it doesn't matter about none of that stuff. You wondering how I'm gonna do this. How is this possible when my situation looks like this? My credit is like this. My money is like this. I don't have a job. I don't have a car. I don't have no help with my kids. I don't have the degrees. I don't have the education. Whatever you think it is that you don't have, that stuff don't matter when you have favor. Favor outweighs all of that. Those things that I just listed, those are things that the world created. Those are worldly things that have not always existed. It was a time before where there was no such thing as a credit score. There was times before when there was no such thing as money, physical cash, paper dollars. There was no such thing. So you have to understand that. And there was a time before where there was not even homes like this. They literally were staying in tents, tikis, or teepees, whatever they call it. Y'all know what the Native Americans used to build, like literally out of straw. There were times where this stuff didn't exist. And God still provided for the people just through his creation. You have to understand, man, I'm telling you, faith gonna take you further than anything, no matter what your situation look like. I don't care where you are in your life. I don't care if you're sick up in a hospital. I don't care if you're sick at home. I don't care if you're homeless, living on the streets. I don't care what the situation look like. If you hold on to faith and you pour more energy into God during that time and forever after, because you don't want to just use God. You want to stick with him during that time and forever after, because don't nobody want to just be used up. God has feelings too. He don't want to just be used for every time you need a breakthrough. Every time something go on, now that's the time when you want to give him love. Nah, he wants attention all the time. I told y'all, he is a jealous God. He wants all the attention. He's like a child that just need attention 24/7. That's what he wants you doing. Literally. Child, I'm gonna do a video one day on God, like because he is so interesting. That being is funny. He's very, very funny. Okay, that's all I can call it. It's funny. But that's all he wants. He wants your attention. He wants you to believe in him. Believe in him. A lot of us, we wanted people that just believed in us. When you had a vision, when you came to your friends or your family saying, I want to do this, I want to be this when I grow up, you wanted them to believe in you and help you get there. That's what he wants you to do with him. Believe in him so he can help you get there. He's the one that can do that for you. I promise you. I promise you. It is nothing like having faith. That'll take you further than anything. And then the people looking back on you like, dang, how did you faith? Having faith. Faith has gotten me more than my money has ever gotten me. Let me say that again. My faith is the reason I have this home right now. My faith is the reason I'm in my purpose right now. When I didn't know why God was moving me away from real, why are you moving me so far away? Why is all that is going on in my life? Why me? Why is this? But he chose me. And when he chose you for a mission, you gotta just walk it out. Don't worry about what it looked like. Just like Moses, he called Moses. Moses didn't know what he was doing. He didn't believe that he could do it. He had a speech impediment. He said, no, Aaron is better for this. Get Aaron to do it. But God said, no, I chose you. It's always the ones you least expect. It's always the ones who don't, who you would never think, who have all these flaws, that he will use you and clean you up. He will take you from rags to riches for real, spiritually, physically, financially. He will take you there. But you got to trust the process and hold down the faith. You got to have faith in what he's sending you through. Even during the times where it's like, oh, why am I doing this? Why is this? Why you got me like this? Like, why? You gonna get upset sometimes throughout the process. This is a real walk. This is literally a real walk with God when you sign up to do your faith walk. When you really allow him to take over the driver's seat of your life, take over the wheel. It's a true faith walk. It's a true faith walk. It ain't gonna just be peaches and cream. But at the end, when he walked you right into your promised land, you're gonna realize it was all worth it. It was all worth it. It was all worth it. Every day as I keep growing and growing, I'm like, wow, okay, I see why I had to go through this. I see why I had to go through that. Look at what I'm doing now, that I see why. It wasn't even ever about me. It was to, for one, break these curses on my bloodline, help other people break their curses on their bloodline. And I'm going to do another video about the generational curses, because I don't really want to make this too long, but y'all got to tap into your purpose. You're not here for no reason, baby. You're not here. Your soul was not called in a human form just to be lackadaisical, chilling around, doing nothing, just doing anything just to make money that doesn't bring your soul really no fulfillment. This air conditioning thing, I hopefully it wasn't too loud, y'all. But I be liking to sit out here because the kids be in there making all that noise. So I like to come out and sit out here. But that thing get to going loud. But I'm here to tell y'all, when the world plays stipulations on you, like when you walking with God, that stuff doesn't matter. Like, you don't play by the same rules. You don't play by the same rules. I don't play by the same rules. What it took for people be probably wondering, like, what? How? I don't even know how. I just know it's God. All I can do is give God the glory, because there's no way certain things should be happening for me. No way. But when it's God's favor over your life, oh yeah. He deemed you worthy of that. He told you, he made a promise. When I was in the shelter, I'm like, how am I going to get out of this shelter? You keep telling me not to get a job. Like, how else? I'm so used to hustling my way out of everything. I'm so used to hustling to make my money. I'm so used to doing this and doing that to make money. Working major overtime, doing my different gigs, using my skills, whether I'm doing hair. A lot of people wanted me to do nails because I do my own nails. People be like, oh, practice on me. I'm like, I don't need practice on nobody, because that's not the lane that I'm trying to go to. Of course, I have many different things I could do to really make me some money. But I'm walking in God's assignment for me. I literally had got a job while I was at that shelter, working for a great company. Working for a great company. And he made me quit that because I was like, literally, I only went one day. Did my first day of training. It was a work at home job, fully remote, getting paid some good money too. But it just didn't sit right in my spirit. And I don't even know how. I had actually did a video about this. months back, but I never posted it. I ended up deleting it because it was taking up too much space and it was so long. But it was just crazy how he turned my alarm clock off. Like, how when I tell y'all, that's why I wish I would have posted the video back then. I was like, why? Like, how? Like, but he did it on purpose. I'm like, my alarm clock is always set to wake my daughter up to get to, for her to get to school. Nothing went off that day. I'm like, now she's late for school. Now I have to get her to school. Now I'm going to be late signing in. Now I'm not going to be able to get up and get but everything that I had prayed about that night, the very next morning, he went into action. I don't know what happened with that alarm clock, but he did not want me working that. He didn't want me working that. And everything is just, with God, stuff don't make sense at all. It don't make sense, but you just gotta keep doing it, keep walking and doing what you know he told you to do. Seeking guidance from him every day. If you keep seeking that guidance, I promise you he gonna continue to lead you. I promise you, stuff will not make sense. I'm like, I can work this job, stack my bread up. I could have been stacked up by now. If I would have, that was a couple months ago. That was what, February, when I was like, I could have had at least about 10 racks saved up by now. Like, I could have did this, I could have did that. How am I ever gonna get out this shelter if I can't even work? If you don't even want me to work, how am I gonna get out of this situation? And you only want me doing these videos. You only want me reading this Bible all day. How am I gonna get out the shelter just doing this? How am I gonna get me and my kids out this situation? But it got to a point where I said, you know what, I'm done worrying about it. I'm done. Just gotta be obedient. Like, you just gotta be obedient no matter what it looked like. It might seem weird to everybody else, and this is why oftentimes on this journey you gotta do it by yourself, because if you got other people in your ear who don't understand, who never been on a faith walk, a true faith walk, they're gonna get you off your narrow path. They're gonna try to send you back into Egypt. They're gonna try to send you back into bondage, the same place you prayed your way out of. I prayed my way out of the work world, out of the regular work world. I used to cry when I used to work in that stuff. That's why when I did my first day, I went one day to this little job that I'm talking about. I went there one day and I said, oh, this is beneath me. No shade or nothing, but I'm like, that's not in my calling. Jobs ain't never been. I always want to do what I want to do. I don't like being on no time frame. Jobs, that's not for me. But I also understand it's even interesting how the different jobs that I have had, how it all makes sense. Why I even had those jobs, because it all now helps me It all now helps me with my very purpose right now. Working for, like, it just makes sense. This is why when you grow, you be looking back on the past and be like, oh, I see why he had me working at this job. I see why I had to work in this field. I see why, to get that experience. And now it's the same right thing. Me working in banking, working for the school, working in customer service. It all makes sense now. My first 2 jobs, I worked for only business owners. That's why I really was like, I want my own business. My first 2 jobs I ever had, my first couple jobs actually, I worked for business owners. Like, I worked under the table, getting paid through them. Working at the hair salon, I worked directly for the owner. 2 times I worked directly for owners at the hair salon. And I loved just the ownership and just having the way they just had their free will to just do them and to call shots and stuff like that. I just loved it. And I just now understand why he placed me. Even when I'm telling you, I ain't trying to make the video super long, but it's like when you look back, I'm like, oh, this is why he had me working, for this. The lady Mia I used to work for, she had her own skincare, her own skincare body product line, because she has lupus. So she created skincare, for her outbreaks or, whatever that was going on, like losing her hair and stuff. So she made a line for that, and I used to really run her business for her. Like, they were her and her husband, You know, they would go do their vending shows, and she literally had me coming over there doing the work. Like, literally, I would do everything while they gone on their trips. Work, do everything, get the orders packed up, pack the orders up, get them shipped out, all of that. Like, I've really been into this before I even went to college. So when I went to college, I already knew I was going for business anyway, because that's what I wanted to do. And then even on my breaks, I would go home and work for Mia and stuff until I was done going home, because I was tired of going home, because it was no point in me going home no more. My mom ain't really want me coming home like that, and I was tired of my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. I told y'all that in that other video about narcissistic mothers. But the experience from these different places all helps me with now. All helps me with what my job is here in the kingdom, for the generational curses that I am to break on my bloodline. All of that stuff, everything in my past and my current is to help me fully walk out the mission and fully break this curse that's on my family bloodline. It's all meant to help me. It was all tools that I needed. So I say all of this to say, you gotta just trust the process and hold on to the faith. And when he's telling you to do stuff that don't make sense, he might tell you to go apply for a house, apply for an apartment, apply for a car, do whatever. That just like, you like, I don't qualify for this. I don't have no job. I don't have no stable income. I don't have no money. I don't have the credit. I don't have nothing that they say I need. I don't have the credentials. But if he's telling you, if something is on your spirit telling you to just do it, that's God. If you get in the conviction to just do something, just do it. And don't go seeking for advice and confirmation from those around you, because 9 times out of 10 they might not understand, and then that's going to hold you up, because you're looking for validation from other people who will never get it. If I had listened to all these people in my life, bro, I would not be where I am. They would have convinced me to stay behind. They would have convinced me that, no, don't do this. Oh, this isn't working out for you. Just go back to doing the regular way, like regular people do. Get a regular job. Do this. What are you doing? Like, they didn't understand the true faith walk. When I say I walk by faith, not by sight, I mean that for real. It's the belief. When you read the Bible, you see how often he emphasizes about faith. Not having faith is abomination to God. That is blasphemy in the eyes of God. That is like stepping all on him, saying that he's worthless if you don't have faith. Faith will take you further than anything. Faith will do that for you. You have to hold on to your faith. That's all you have in some instances. Some situations, it's like, at this point, I don't have nothing but the faith. I don't have nothing but the faith that I'm going to get out of this situation. Because I know I've been in other situations, and I somehow got out of that. But this time, it wasn't my money. It wasn't nothing, because I didn't have nothing. 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 Even now, I mean, I'm telling you, one day, I don't even know, but as time go on, my different videos, I'm gonna always be just telling a little bit of my testimony. But even recently, like, I'm telling you, you really, man, stop worrying. Cast your anxieties onto the Lord for real. Create a God box and put all your worries in that box. Create you a little box. Whatever is worrying you, write it down, put it in that box. Put it in that box. Release it up off of you. Journal it. Make your God box in a journal. Cast your anxieties. Write it down. Write it down. Whatever is worrying you, release that one to the Lord. Because you don't have to worry about that. Worrying ain't going to make it come to pass. Worrying is not going to stop whatever it is. But worrying is not going to help the situation. It's going to bring more stress onto you. And it's going to make you get distracted and get you off focus. Because you're worrying about that. You need to worry about your assignment at hand. Whatever it is he told you to do right now, worry about that. Worry about that. Don't worry about things that's going on tomorrow. Worry about right now. Worry about what you can do right now. Worry about doing what he's telling you to do right now, no matter how small the assignment is. Sometimes obedience is just a small assignment. I told y'all that in that video the other day. Sometimes it's just simple. He's telling you to move to a certain place. He's telling you to go here today. He's telling you to stay home today. He's telling you to get some me time today. Get some alone time. He's telling you to get out in nature. He's telling you to leave certain folks alone. Whatever, it just be a small thing. A small task he had for you to do that'll lead you right into the next thing that he has for you. Lead you right into your breakthrough. You have to be obedient. Be obedient. Hold the faith. Faith is everything. Faith is everything. And they say faith without works is dead, but sometimes that works is just simply what I just said. The being obedient. Applying for something that he's calling you to do. Apply for that. And you're like, I don't qualify for that. Do it. It don't matter what you think, because you don't know nothing. As humans, we don't know nothing. I don't care how smart we are, how we think we are, how many degrees we think we have, how much wisdom and knowledge you think we have. You really don't still know nothing, because you don't know more than God. And you don't understand how God really works. And He's going to always keep you on your toes, because He never wants you to get comfortable in thinking that you know His every move. Even as much as I know God's ways, He always keep me on my toes, bruh. Like, you never gonna figure Him out. You know how some of us as humans, it's other people that just can't quite figure you out. They trying to pay attention to how you move. They trying to see what you have done, but they still can't quite figure you out. That's how it is with God. Like, you know His ways, or you see the pattern of how He has worked in your life before, how He has worked through many people, that similarity. But you still won't quite have Him figured out. He gonna always keep you on your toes. And that's why He just wants you to hold on to faith. Hold on to faith. No matter what it looks like. Okay? So I made this video longer than I wanted to, as I already knew I was, because it just get the going. But I'm telling you, be obedient. That's the key. Be obedient. Hold on to faith. Hold on to faith. And instead of looking for other outside people, people close up on you, don't keep looking to those people. Yes, you need your loved ones, but sometimes it depends on what your journey is. And with this kind of a journey, baby, when God is calling you to walk into your purpose, especially when it's a big assignment, such as breaking tremendous generational curses, most times your family, especially if you're a generational curse breaker, a lot of them not gonna understand anyway, because a lot of them is stuck in their ways. A lot of them are cursed themselves, and they didn't choose to break the curse, so they don't understand nothing about breaking the curse. They don't know how to break that stronghold, so they want to keep you down into it. That's what my next video is about to be about. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.